here for a few more people to get in the chat. Hello, I'm live. My hand. Oh, good no, Lord, good Lord. We'll wait for a few people. We are officially in Kingsport, Tennessee. We've been in Kingsport, Tennessee for a little bit of time. As you can see, I'm packed to the gills here. We're waiting for Olivia. I figured, why not go for a ride? And we were going to go take a little spin around the Kingsport area and just go out and look, see what we find. Right now, let me just turn this around. I'm at the dam. Hey guys. So let me get out. Let me get you guys out of here. It is cold. I don't want to be out of the car, but I will. So this right here is the Fort Patrick Henry Dam. This is one of the places that we checked when we were here the last time. And so I figured what we do is I got my hotspot on. So I'm going to try, if we can, to get this. See if we can get this around. So I've got to do a couple things first. Let me fix you guys up so you guys could see. I don't like the way that looks. Hold on. I wonder if it'll flip upside down. Does it? Won't turn you guys upside down. You guys are gonna have to see the black thing. I can't do nothing about that. That right there. There's nothing I can do. It's gonna block your view unless I can pivot. Can I pivot? A little bit better. You guys got some obstructions in your view because I started off on the wrong side of the camera. So if you guys give me just a second, I'm going to go ahead and get the other phone up and running so we can get some GPS kicking up in here. It's pretty. Naturally, I do not have this thing. Oh, goodness. You know what? Look at my car. My car is so packed with stuff, with absolute stuff. Now I got to try to fight with everything to get the cords that I need. Which cord do I need? I need this one. Then we got to pull it all out. We always come with a mess of cords. If you don't know anything about me, I bring the whole house with me. This is a way to keep some of the cost down, right? Look at all those cords. Do you guys see all those cords behind me? Oh no, it happened. There we go. I'm back. Hold on, guys. I've got to flip this just real quick. I've got to, well, let me do it. I've got to be able to turn my, it's not letting me turn my do not disturb settings on. I don't know why. Hold on, guys, just sit with me for a second. I think I'm back. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to, we're going to go for a ride. And I think we're going to go to the horse stables from here. But I'm at the dam right now. This was one of the things that popped up on our radar, because it is some place that has flowing water. It has embankments and stuff like that. Let me just see if I can turn this around here for you guys. I don't know if you guys can see that over there. Can I see? So there's little bridges and stuff that hang over the dam. So this was a prime place that we looked at in 2021 going into 2022 as a possibility of some place that Summer Wells may have there we go, Summer Wells may have disappeared from and may have been at the time we're looking at this. Sorry guys, I got to keep adjusting this. There we go. Don't mind the mess behind me, okay? It won't be cleaned up until I'm back to Florida. It's nice to see 94 people already in the chat. A good afternoon. We're just going to take a cruise. I'm already in Tennessee. We're waiting for the team to get here. Olivia's not quite here yet. We've got a lot of work ahead of us for the foreseeable future. We're going to be here for at least a couple days getting some work done. But while I waited, I figured instead of being alone and everything, I was going to go out to like the, the horse stables. We were just talking about that this morning on our morning live about how disgusting and nasty the water is. I don't know. You know, I might stick my feet in there. We'll see how our audience feels, okay? I don't have, the only problem is that Olivia's not here, so we can't get into our Airbnb, okay? So until she gets here, I got no sanitizing wipes, okay? And that disgusting water, if I put my feet in, I'm going to want to clean my feet. Take out our samples for testing. You know what? That actually probably isn't a bad idea. I'd like to see all the gunk that's out there. You know, I really would. So anyways, let me just get this. I had to get the cord out because the other phone that I'm going to use for our GPS, because I didn't realize I should have used this phone for the live, which I didn't. And I should have used the other, you know, the phone I'm on right now for the GPS, and then we wouldn't have any problems. But of course, I do everything ass backwards. You know, I don't think things through before I hit the go button. I'm not thinking over here. I'm not thinking over here. So, very eventful so far. I gotta tell you, very eventful. Did you guys get over on the main channel? Did you guys see the photos? I was able to take photos. I mean, it was a great day for Jim and Dick. I got to be honest with you. They were happy, even though they didn't get what they wanted. They're one step closer to potentially swaying a judicial body to hopefully get Alec Murdaugh a new trial. I don't think we're over this new trial yet. I really don't. Even with the Judge Toll's ruling, it's not quite final yet. But I got to tell you, I really don't. I don't think we're over this yet. I think this is one bite out of a few bites at the apple related to Alec Murdaugh and his potential of getting a new trial. So give me just a second. I'm trying to get everything up. Sorry, guys. I should have probably got all this stuff up before I went live, but I didn't. So you're just going to have to forgive me. Let me see if this is still in the horse stables. All right. Why is it powering off? Is it not getting enough juice? All right. Okay, there. Then let me go ahead and put this on. We're going to follow it. I can't really, let's see if I can get this adjusted so it's not, I can't get this thing adjusted. There we go. So we'll see how it goes whenever I start getting on the, don't mind old girl, man. She's been taking a licking and keep on ticking. I gotta tell you, old girl's made many trips to Tennessee, and so far so good. So this is
turn left to stay on Wesley Road.
I don't know if you guys can hear it.
In 800 feet, turn left onto Tennessee 36, Fort Henry Drive.
Okay. We're just gonna go for a cruise.
Turn left onto Tennessee 36, Fort Henry Drive.
So if you guys are just with me, you guys don't know who Summer Wells is. She was 5 years old when she went missing. She is about to turn 8 years old in a few days. And she disappeared on June 15th.
Continue on Tennessee 36 for 1 mile.
2021, and hasn't been heard or seen from again. Me and many other creators have made many trips out to this area, and they have all been, you know, we found a lot of information when we first started coming out here, but there hasn't been any new updated information on the Summer Wells case from law enforcement or anybody else other than the information we initially found out about at the beginning of the case, which was all the details of Don and Candace's comings and goings, and it wasn't a very comfortable situation, to say the least.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Hemlock Road.
All right, guys, so hopefully this holds. Hopefully internet's still good and you guys are hearing me and are able to watch. If you guys are just tuning in, thank you for tuning in to the Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories. Right now we are on the case of Summer Wells. We're just reliving some of the places that we've seen.
At the light, turn left onto Hemlock Road.
And one of the first places that were on the list is Warrior's Path. This is where they went. This is where the video of her splashing around.
Continue on Hemlock Road for 1.5 miles.
This is where she was splashing around, and she was in by this big tree that had fallen into the water. Obviously, we're months away from what it looked like when she disappeared. All these trees that you see that don't have any leaves on them, those are usually full. They have a lot of foliage on it. This is not as bare. You don't see sticks. This is all lush, almost too much, foliage in the time frame when she disappeared. So you didn't get to look through the woods like you can right now. It's not visible. Anything over there on the side of the road that you're seeing would not be visible in June. They just got out of storms. They've had lots of snow. So a lot of the foliage has died off. This has, the 4 seasons, unlike Florida, but I'm sure you all are probably pretty used to 4 seasons. I think me and the other Floridians are the only ones that aren't really, that don't get it. And there's this train tracks right there, right? So this is going back to the Warrior Path area. And I thought I was going to be coming into 30-degree weather, so I'm pleasantly surprised to know that the car wasn't last night. But I have to say that it is still pretty cold for this Florida girl. So now we're officially entering Warrior's Path. I can't see what's going on in the chat, so when I get, hopefully you guys are seeing actually, I think I can hit a button. Oops, sorry. Live chat. Let me hit this one. There we go. Maybe I can see all your chats there.
In a quarter mile, slight right to stay on Hemlock Road.
Slight right to stay on Hemlock. Slight right to stay on Hemlock. It is pretty back here. It's a peaceful drive. I understand the beauty.
Slight right to stay on Hemlock Road, then turn left to stay on Hemlock Road.
So there's the golf course. So I think we still keep going straight. I always get turned around.
Turn left
here
to stay on Hemlock Road, then your destination will be on the left. Your destination is on the left.
Yeah, I think I missed my turn. There should be horse stables. I don't know where the horse stables are here. I'm going to probably have to put those back into my GPS. I always get lost back here if I don't have it just right. Let me see if the other phone will turn on now that it's had some time to charge. Yeah, because I don't recognize this back here. I don't ever come this back here. Let me do a UE. Or is it down further? Is it down further? No, it's not down further. But we'll take a ride. Why not? We got nothing but time on our hands. Yeah, maybe it is down further. I think it is. I think I see the inlet. The other left. Oh. Yeah, I probably missed it. I'm pulling up the other phone now. It's turning on, and then I'll get it. But this is pretty. I don't think I've been back here, so we'll just take a ride through here. Look at this. I mean, that is just gorgeous, right? This is not the area. This is not where they went, but this is so much of a prettier place over here, and so much nicer. I don't know why the heck they went all the way over there to that disgusting spot. Look at this. This is so much prettier. Look at all of this. Look at all that. Look. me that's not gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. This is something that Summer could have been playing in something a little cleaner than freaking horse dung. Oops, I'm gonna hit the wall there. All right, let me get to the horse stables up here. It looks like this one. I think I grabbed the one cord that has a broken line in it, so it's popping. Every time I move it, it's like boom. And it's like unplugging and then plugging back in, but that's just my luck. Yeah, they went over. I don't think they went over there just to have, well, they did probably want privacy, but not for the type of privacy that they're talking about. Because this area here looks so much nicer, so much cleaner. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. All right, let me look at the horse stables. I remember I used to only had to put horse stables, and they popped right up. And I can't figure out which horse stables they are. I wonder if they sold them. Warrior's Path Horse Stables. There we go. That's what we needed. All right, we're off. We're 6 minutes away. I almost want to go further back and see what else is back here. I don't think
Warrior's Path riding stables may be closed.
That's okay.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Hemlock Road.
Yeah, this thing's... Has anybody else been all the way through? I know we got some Tennessee people that live around here in the chat. This has got to be like, I didn't even know they had boats here.
Right onto Hemlock Road.
This is nuts. And then if we can make it, because I still got to do some filming for the documentary, so I might
Hemlock Road for half a mile.
May go on a trip to Rogersville, maybe downtown Rogersville. You guys, I don't think you guys have ever been to downtown Rogersville. We went there and took some pictures of it, but I don't think we ever took you live. We couldn't because we didn't have, like right now I'm running on my my hotspot, and I didn't even have the hotspot back then. That is just pretty. I'm sorry. That is just gorgeous. Look at that. That is so pretty. It's just gorgeous. It is pretty. They said that it just got done snowing here, so had we been here like a week early, guys, we might have actually saw snow. Actually coming in, I did see some melted snow still on the side of the road. They got nice lidded parking lots all around here. Like they went...
Slide right onto Fall Creek Road.
800 feet. It's not here. There it is. I missed the turn, guys. I knew I was supposed to go there for some reason. Because I never remember coming back here. Somebody's got some firewood. Burn, baby, burn.
Turn left.
Oh, that would be so nice. Who lives around here? Like I could use a bonfire tonight. That would be awesome. look at this. See? It's stuff like this. Look at this. River right here. Overpass. There it is. You know, it's stuff like this that I look for.
In a quarter mile, turn right.
Here it is. Now that's pretty, right? Coming in. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I wish I could get you guys out those blocks out of your, but it's like you either have the one side on the corner or you got one on each side, so I'm just going to take the one side in the corner. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. We're just covering the Summer Wells case. We're just going, you know, revisiting some areas, revisiting the case, keeping her name out there, keeping her face out there, reminding everybody that there's still a little missing girl from this area that's never been found.
Take the next right, then your destination.
There's the horse stable straight ahead, right there. You see how high they are? Look how high they are. They're higher. They're pitched higher than anything else, and everything rolls down. Okay, so everything rolls down. Let's stick you out here. So you got the stables right there, and then it goes all down, 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 down. There's the end, right there, the ditch, right? And then there's the water hole right over there. So that's the stuff I'm talking about right there. Ooh, by making it larger, look at that. We got rid of our black spot. Now I know. Look at that. What a better view. Ah, much better. Much, much better. Here we go. So in the Chris McDonough interview, they park like right here. Oh, thank you, Lindsay.
Turn left.
So in about the Chris McDonough interview, I believe they park like kind of like right here. And she explains in the Chris McDonough interview, turn this off while it charges. Let me open that back up. There we go. All right, there we go. Don't mind my messy car. It's hard when you travel, right? It's hard when you travel. Let's get out. Let's go take a walk. Come on, guys. Let's go for a walk. So here we are. Okay, here is Warrior's Path. Okay, the horse stables. For those that don't know, I don't know if I can make myself smaller. I don't think I can. And the horse stables are up here. You can see how much significantly higher up they are. And this is further down. And then we got the water over here. And you can still see the same branch. Let me turn this around. And you can still see the same branch in the water. See? It's still out there. So all of this is full. The water was set back a little bit further. But according to Chris McDonough, their car was probably right about where my vehicle is, right there. And they pulled in. We talked to the people over here at the horse stables. Back closer to the time, I think this was back in, I think I spoke to them March 2022 is when I spoke to them. Oh, thank you, Darcy. God bless you. And March 2022, they had indicated, a person up there, they said that they had seen the white truck come here earlier in the morning. And they did notice the people, and they did say that they saw Summer Wells, and Summer Wells was playing and was playing in the water. They also had reported that the van didn't leave, wasn't here one time. Apparently, not the van, the truck, their white truck left here 2 times that day, according to the people at the horse stables. They've let law enforcement know that, and they let TBI know that. Now, there's a lot of misconceptions on what happened here at this location on June 15th, because we got several different stories here. So what do we have? We have Hunter's story, the infamous Hunter story. God rest Allie, you know, rest in peace, Allie. She was also in it with Chris McDonough. They sat at her table, and what Hunter described is that they pulled up here. Grandma stayed in the car to play on her phone to try to get minutes put on her phone. Him and Candace and Summer got out of the vehicle. He walked Summer down, or you know what? I have to go back and review it because I'm not sure how Summer got into the water, but it was stated that Hunter and all of them, all the adults, were hanging out kind of at the car at the time while Summer was playing. And what Hunter describes is he was from over here, and he tells Chris McDonough that he didn't see her out swimming. So he casually walks from way over here, only a few moments to get to her way over here. Now, I don't know if you guys know, we've done this many times. I can tell you without going up there, and I'm not going to do it because I'm freezing cold out here, by the way, is that it takes about 45 to 55 steps, casual steps, to get down to that water. So you already have 45 seconds that would have lapsed before he even got to the water's edge. Then however long it took him to get in there. And then he describes hollering in the water, "Summer, can you hear me? Are you there?" And then he describes reaching down in the water and pulling her out of the water. He says that she was fine. She was just playing. She coughed. You know, nothing, no problems, nothing happened. It was all okay. They get in the car, they leave, and they go about their day. Well, again, according to the horse stables, that is inconsistent because they said the van or the truck left twice that day. Nobody has been able to corroborate where they went and why they came back and what they left for. They were here, they left here, they came back here. Now, according to Candace, now Candace was out here with Chris McDonough, and as she was approaching this area behind me, she said that things were going into slow motion. We didn't hear her say that on the mountain. We heard her say that right here. That is indicative of a traumatic event happening. Now, did a traumatic event happen here? I don't know. I'm just telling you that's indicative of a traumatic event. Those are things that we hear from trauma people when they're reliving some of the events going on. And according to her, she and Summer got out of the vehicle. Hunter went into the woods this way, and she and Grandma, you know, walked because Grandma put her hands on her shoulder, and they walked all the way down there to make sure Summer got into the water. Now, again, I don't know. I got to go sit down just for a little bit. It's just a little too chilly out here without gloves. Woo! 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 Okay. So there's a lot of inconsistencies when it comes to the very area. And this is why I really wanted to bring us back to the water hole, because I think people that are getting into this case for the first time, or you're hearing some information and you don't understand how these parents are under fire that day, it's because there's so much inconsistencies in their stories. There's inconsistencies between the two people that we've heard give statements so far. We've never heard from Grandis. Well, we've heard from Grandis in a very limited capacity. She gave one interview to WJLC. What is the one that oh, I can't even remember her name. Can't even remember her name. I don't even remember her. But anyways, she's been really on top of this. She's been the one that's gotten most of the interviews. Very talented news reporter here locally that has been covering this case. So again, we're out here, we're following this, but when you come back to this water hole, let's just go through again some of the stuff. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can watch it. Let me just turn this truck around just a little bit, and we'll just flip the camera around, and we'll just look at the water hole while we talk.
Head south.
I don't want to head south. Quit telling me what to do. I tell you what, I got a bossy phone in here. Tells me turn here, turn there. Doesn't even say please and thank you. Jeez Louise.
Turn left.
All right. Let's get you positioned just right. Now that we know, we just have to, yeah, there we go. Oh boy. Okay. Now we're parked. So let's talk. This is the area of the most contentious part of the story with Summer Wells, right here. We don't know what happened here, but this is kind of like their whole day seemed to be flowing well that day until they arrive at this location. And from this location moving forward is where their whole entire story starts going to Swiss cheese. There's a lot of holes in their story that does not make sense to us, okay? For example, we have Hunter saying that everybody was at the car. Mom's saying, Candace is saying, Candace, and Summer went down to that water that you're looking at right there, while Hunter went over into those woods right there. Now, we do know, I think it's well established at this point, that there was a Twisted Tea. Now, I finally realized I did not know that you can buy, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Thank you. I wish I could put you guys up. I don't know how to put you guys up on the screen when you guys give those, so thank you so much. But we know that the Twisted Tea was purchased. Now, I've always heard that you buy Twisted Tea in a 6-pack. Now, I did not realize that there are stores that sell, I guess, them singly. Apparently, WJHL, thank you, Melinda. Thank you. I appreciate that. WJHL, yes, they are the ones that have been really covering this, but it was the female reporter, and she had Ainsley Daniels. Jeez Louise, thank you. I finally spit out. Ainsley Daniels is the one that interviewed Dawn and Grandis. She was the only person that I know of that actually personally interviewed Grandis. I really believe it was a one and done interview. And of course, Grandis is, pointing the fingers at the YouTubers. But couldn't answer the question as to when she called the FBI to check on her granddaughter. I'm very curious how often, because I'm very familiar with parents of missing children, and I know that they are always calling law enforcement. They're calling law enforcement weekdays, weekends, even years after their children, after the case, or not the case, but even after their child has been found and it's still unsolved, they call regularly. And I'm very interested in wanting to know how many times Dawn, Candace, and Grandis have actually reached out to the FBI, TBI, or Hawkins County for an update on their child. Because this has got to be hard. And what we've seen is two parents almost go, it's almost like girls gone wild over at the Wells after Summer and their boys left and were no longer there. So it makes you wonder what in the world happened, and why is she having slow motions here? And why is there so many questions related to this one spot that we cannot answer? Why is everybody that was here, Hunter, Candace, and Grandis, giving conflicting statements on what happened at this location? This, to me, is ground zero. Right here. Because this is where nobody got their story straight. This is where something had to have happened, in my opinion, because it's this spot here that Hunter can't remember where he was, Candace can't remember where she was, and Grandis can't remember where she was. And it seems like everybody has, they say they remember, but everybody's story is different. How can we have three adults here with wildly separate and different stories? We're not talking about whether something is green or blue, or if something's 6 foot tall or 5 foot tall. No, we're talking talking about where the hell your bodies were at a very specific time, and nobody can answer that question. Now that I've warmed up and now that I'm back in here, let me go ahead and get my gloves on so we can go out a little further. Right? We're here. But it was just it gets a little cold because it doesn't look cold, but believe it or not, there is a slight wind with that ice brisk chill. And I'm a Florida girl. All right, let's see if we can turn it up. There we go. So I got to get some gubbies on. Okay, so now let's go back out here. Let me see if I can find a tall enough stick or something to get into that water. If I can get something in that water and, like, you know, stir it up a little bit and let you guys see what kind of gunk is under here. I think that would be so impactful, in my opinion. Do we have one? Okay, yeah, I think we got some good sized sticks here. I think this might work. I think this might work just great. Let me turn you guys around. Farmer Betty, at your service. I think we got a nice good stick right here. Look at that one. That's a good size stick. All right, let's go out here. I think this, yeah. I want you guys to see this gunk. You might be able to see it because it looks like it's a little clear over here. But see all the trash? Remember I talked to you guys about the crap underneath the water that I told you have to be careful with? Look at this. This is all up under the water because this is where the water was. You can see right where you can see the edge of the water. See that right there? That's the edge. This is how high the water comes. This is all the crap under the water. Look at this. That's all up under the water. Now, if you move this stuff back, this is all up under the water. What you're seeing here, all these leaves and gunk, that's all up under that water that you sink into. See? I'm trying not to get my feet too wet. I might have to go get my, oh, they got that cleaned up just a little bit. You can see this. This was all filled with gunk, but probably because this is where the water is right here. All of this here is under your feet to get out there. But this is the cleanest. This is the cleanest I've ever seen this water. This is the cleanest I've ever seen this water. We'll have to go back to the tapes that we had when we were out here on her, covered it. When we were out here on her 2-year milestone, I got to be honest with you. We've got all that footage of being in this water. Every bit of it. That water is the cleanest I have ever seen it. I'm going to do a comparison when we get back to the, which reminds me. You know what? Let me go get the other camera. And I'll get that footage. And we'll do side-by-side comparisons. We'll do side-by-side comparisons. So I'm interested. Let me get the camera. I'm gonna flip you guys around. I'm gonna go get the shot, and then I'll be right back with you guys. So just stay put. Actually, I can probably take you guys with me. Hold on. You know what? I'll just take you guys with me. I'm just gonna get a couple shots. You guys can see what I do. See what I do when no one's looking, right? The glamour. People don't realize they think it's all glamorous. I'm freezing my ass off out here taking this stuff, but you know what? It's for a good cause, right? It's bringing avocation. It's bringing attention to the Summer Wells case. We're here. Does anybody have any special requests of places to go? Where do you want to go? We're here. You guys had sneaky suspicions that something was going on, right? You guys have some ideas of where to look. I'm here. Let's go look. Let's go look. It's freezing. What else do I have to do? It's not like I can go to a warm hotel. I'm still waiting for Olivia. Always waiting for Olivia. Let me make sure this on. I still got it on. I can't do one-handed on manual focus, so let me get it back to autofocus. All right, guys. I'm I'll put you down just for a second. So put you down so you guys can at least watch. There we go. All right. All right. I think we got it. Let's look at these two. All right. I think we're good. I'm going to take those shots and try to get some good shots of the last time we were here and compare them, because I'm telling you, I've been out here a gajillion times now. That's the cleanest I've ever seen the water. I wonder if it has something to do with the coldness and the fact that nobody's using the water right now. Could it be like purifying itself faster or quicker or something like that because of the cold weather? I'm just trying to think, because I'm telling you, I ain't never seen it. Whoo! Burr! My nose is red! I got a little red nose! Look at my nose! Ooh. Okay, heat. I think it's a good time for heat. Guys, you're going to have to listen to some heat. I'm sorry, it's a little cold for me. I can feel the heat already. Whew. So let's flip you guys back around. So again, coming back to the water hole. To me, this is ground zero. I don't think their house is ground zero. This is where my hiccup is because of everything going on. It literally could be anything, right? But it still comes back to the same people, and it still comes back to the same place, and that's her house where she disappeared from. And I've always thought that something happened out here at this spot. You know, whether she went under, whether, you know, we heard a rumor that, you know, that Hunter may have backed up the car and accidentally hit her. I mean, you know, we did hear that. I mean, these are rumors, and that's what I say them as. I never took them as fact. They were rumors because there was no way to corroborate the information. Nerdy Girl says, what about Boone Dam? It's not that far away. Let's see where Boone Dam is. Hold on a second. Let's do this thing. All right. Boone Dam. Now I can only see certain things. Okay, it's about 5.3. Well, they have Boone Dam on Pitney Falls. They have a Boone Dam picnic and fishing area. They got Boone Dam Road and Boone Dam Overlook. Is there any particular Boone Dam you want to go to? Because that's where we're at. We're at Boone. I'll start going that way. Let's go check, because that's one of the dams I didn't. I went over to Fort Henry.
Head southeast.
But not to Boone Dam. So let's go to Boone Dam. All right. All right, I need my listeners to listen because I don't have it on the main. Hold on a second. Guys, give me just a second. I'll have to pop off here real quick and make sure I got the maps off. There we go. Okay. All right. Boone Dam or bust. Boone Dam or bust. There we go. We're off, folks. Let's go check out Boone Dam. Ooh, now I got it too hot. All right. Well, at least we know the heat works.
Take the next right.
Instead of butt hurt Betty,
Turn right on
hot butt Betty. from the heated seats. Hold on, guys. I got to get over this thing. I got to figure out how to do this. You're going to have this if you're going to see the road. Otherwise, you're going to look like you're looking in the sky. So you guys have that big clunk, and let me see if I can adjust this just a little bit more. Oh, that's almost perfect. Ooh, I like that one. Only a little nudge in the corner. Let's see if I can get that out of your way. There we go. Perfect. We're off. If anybody would like to know, we are on. Well, we're not really on the hunt for really Summer Wells case. We're just going to go visit some places. We're going to go take a peek. I've already covered this case. I've already done my investigative reporting on it, and I still stand behind. I still stand behind what my findings were back then. My theory has changed.
Quarter mile, turn left onto Colonial Heights Road.
My theory about what happened to her is changed. It's flip-flop because that's right there is more accurate. Okay, you're gonna have to deal with some difficulty and drop service during this because
Colonial Heights Road.
We are is this Colonial Heights? This is where I turn. Looks like a turn here. We are on the move. We can't
continue on Colonial Heights Road for 1.5 miles.
We're limited on our internet, but we're doing the best we can. So if we do drop, just stick with us. We will be back shortly as soon as it picks up. If anybody wants to know, we are in the backwoods of Sullivan County. We just left Warrior's Path, the horse stables, after having conversation there. Guys, this is the new channel, Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories. Please consider subscribing to this channel and giving a thumbs up. It does take a lot of time, energy, and effort to get out here to bring you front row footage like this. So how you can pay that back is by passing it forward. Share this, like it, and subscribe. And God bless you. We're going good on internet. It looks like our internet should be just fine. But I am running 2 phones from it, so that might be the issue. So Boone Dam. Somebody asked to go see Boone Dam. For those that are wondering where we're going now, we're just taking a little ride through the woods to different places because I know a lot of people have been studying this case and studying different spots of interest that maybe nobody has checked or looked at. We have time. We're here now. Let's look at some of these spots that have been longing in your minds as possibilities of either dump sites or, maybe where she might be. There is a segment out there that believes that she is HT'd or ST'd out there somewhere and, hoping to bring her back safe and sound. I'm not really, I would love to believe that, but my heart and my mind will not allow me to. I just won't because I just have this gut, and my gut, it's wrong sometimes, but very rarely is my gut. If I listen to it, it's very rarely that it's wrong. Sometimes I argue with it, and that's when I get it wrong. And my gut's telling me that this poor baby, something happened to her that day. And there was just a lot of oddities, which is leading me to the other possible notion that this may have some more nefarious vibes to it. And it's because Don was acting weird the day before on the 14th, according to Dudley. And he fired Dudley that day, and then he goes home and meets with the Department of Children and Family Services that evening at around 6:30 p.m. And by the time they left, as they were leaving, they according to Don, told him they were going to close the case. And as they were exiting, the female supervisor saw Summer around the house and went over and spoke to her briefly.
Right, turn left onto Tennessee 36 South, Fort Henry Drive.
And then within 24 hours, he says his daughter was gone from that very spot, or from their house. Then, the next day, he tells people, he acts like he's trying to come home. He rushes home. He tells everybody that he rushed all the way from Washington County. I think he said he was in Jonesboro working, and he drove like a bat out of hell cutting a 45-minute drive down to 25 minutes.
Continue on Tennessee 36 South for 5 miles.
We drove that ride to his house, and I'm going to tell you, there's no way that you can possibly drive that fast on those roads. There's the mountains there don't have like guardrails to keep you from going over it. There's no way you could take some of those corners going at the speeds that he promised he was going. So it sounds to me that he was a lot closer to that home than what he indicated. And when I questioned him about it, face to face, belly to belly, eyeball to eyeball, he lied to me. And then when I told him what I knew, he changed the subject. He wouldn't explain the inconsistencies, and I let it go. I'm not there to argue with the man. I was thankful that he took the time, to finally come and meet with me, and I wasn't going to leave there with him having a bitter taste in his mouth after all of this, just for that moment of me being able to see him eyeball to eyeball. There were some things that I didn't like about my conversation with him. The fact he wouldn't keep eye contact. I'm an eye contact person. He when he got kind of, all right, guys, we're hopefully we're keeping it. Hopefully, you guys, is it getting really bad on your end, or are we still good? Hopefully we'll make it to Boone without dropping too much. What are you going for? We're just taking a ride. Somebody wants to see Boone Dam. Okay, great. Just remember, if we drop, just stick with it. It will pick back up. We do hit a lot of stuff in and out of these mountains. The mountains stop some of the reception from getting to us. I think I'm speeding. Want to be speeding. Gotta follow the law. Law and order. We're in Law and Order channel. Gotta follow the law. Not even road laws. Even road laws. Let's put the cruise control on. Keeps us in the graces of the good cops here, right? So we're about 2.7 miles away. If people want to know, we're just going out, kind of looking at different areas. I know a lot of people in my audience and across social media have been having questions of possibilities, possible places to look for summer wells. And this is the unique opportunities that the few of us that go out here in the field and take you on the ride give you, where you guys can be part of this and can ask questions. All right. I'm going to check reception. Sometimes I might have better 5G than I do reception on the box. We're about 4 bars on the box, so we're still good. We're about 1.9 miles away. They got some services out here, I remember back in the day when people lived in these backwood communities, they had to drive miles and miles for services. This is probably a larger community than they're probably accustomed to. They still got freaking better prices than Florida. In these backwoods of Tennessee, it really cooks my grits, okay? I don't know how in the world the backwoods of Tennessee get better prices than Florida, that has ports literally all around it and gets the fuel to the United States in some of the from some of the areas. Even their highest gas prices are cheaper than Florida. I want to cry. Does Tennessee want to adopt Bullhorn Betty? All right, guys, 1.1 miles away. I guess I can go up a little bit. The probably guy behind me is probably like, hey, dude, can you speed your little butt up? Yes, I can do that for you. I'm sorry. 1 minute's 40, next minute's 45. Isn't this pretty though? I mean, it really is a peaceful drive all the way around. I mean, I do see the beauty in in Tennessee. I do. I don't like the mountains is not good on my old girl. I gotta tell you, it's hard. I gotta take her off cruise control in some of the mountainous areas because this is only a 4-cylinder. So sometimes you just gotta get in the right hand side and just get up and down the mountains. Get up and down the mountains. All right, we're getting close, guys. I don't know how the reception's doing. I'll try to adjust it when I get to where I'm going to see if it's going to be the phone or the box. But so far, the box seems like it's right. Okay, here we go. Tennessee 75.
Turn left onto Tennessee 75 North Airport Road.
Back to Airport Road. Tri-City Airport's not too far. That's where I found that mound. Remember that mound I found when I went? Snow sponsored our trip one time. She sponsored it all by herself. Ew, God bless her. Reverend Donna Sephora had, she could only envision. She had the visions, and then she tried to place the visions on the map the best she could. That most mimicked what she was seeing in her vision. And so Snow asked me if I would be willing to come down and follow the map. And I followed the map. The only place that we could not check was Eastman Chemical Company. One of the spots that she identified was not accessible to non-employees. But we did find one spot, and when I got there, it freaked me out because it was this clay, but it had this rock right in the middle of it. You know, like when you watch Tombstone and stuff like that, when they, it freaked me. All I got to say is it freaked me out. It freaked me out so much I didn't want to call law enforcement. Everybody's like, you need to call law enforcement because what if? And they were right, what if? I would never forgive myself if I didn't. I gotta tell you, those officers looked at me like I had 3 heads when I told them it was it was a map from a psychic. I can tell you, law enforcement does not believe in psychic abilities whatsoever. I'm telling you, they weren't insulting. I will say they were very professional. They were very, very professional. Okay, guys, here we go. Here's Boone Dam. Okay, let me back this up.
Continue on Boone Dam Road for 3/4 of a mile.
See, and a lot of people don't understand. Let me just pull over here for a second, because I want to explain something to you. A lot of people don't understand when they're searching. These are like treasure troves for me when I'm searching for people. This stuff right here. It's these embankments because you can, oh, sorry, you can't see it. It's these embankments here because you really see a whole lot. Like right now, the foliage, the leaves are off of all these branches. You can literally, if you wanted to, you can see through them. Straight through the road. Typically, any other time, these would be filled with leaves. You would not be able to see anything through that. You would not be able to see these cars passing, and you can see them. You can see them through the. Are you guys back? Are we back? Okay. So this is stuff that I'm always stopping and looking for, and that's what you see. You see embankments all along this, and that's where this is what takes us the most time right here, is walking these things to see if we see any boxes, any Tupperware containers, those Rubbermaid containers, anything out of the ordinary, like rolled up blankets or sheets or clothes or things like that. As crazy as that sounds, you got to check that shit. You can't just leave it and say, oh, that's garbage. It doesn't work like that. You got to check that crap. You got to go, if you smell something funky, you just stop and call. If it's wadded up, you got to lift the lid. If, you don't want to call law enforcement out for every, every little thing, you know. You've got to kind of check, but as soon as you think that it's a possibility, you stop immediately, you step away from it, you call law enforcement, you don't go any further. But there's a lot. Let me see if I can get this back to where it needed to be. Let me see if I can adjust it just a little bit more. Get that, there we go. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I got my door open. Hold on a second, I gotta. I'm noticing that one door, the driver's door, the last 3 times, I think that's what drains my battery. I don't think I'm realizing that it doesn't shut all the way. You gotta slam the mofo. Okay, let's recenter. We got about a half a mile. So whoever requested for Boone Dam, we're about a half a mile away. I've never even heard of this place. I got to be honest with you. This is interesting for me. Here we go. Oh, wow. We're going to take a ride. Let's stop here and look at it. And then we'll keep going around. Look at that. Wow. You know, you guys, I'm gonna have this car. You guys don't realize I've got it set up. Look at that. I got a holder there. I got a holder there. I need a couple holders here, here, here. Pretty soon, I'm gonna be driving down the road, and I'm gonna have every single one of these cameras up. And you guys are going to be able to see inside the vehicle, outside the vehicle. You know, I do hands-free quite a bit. But is there any specific place that you want? Is this Boone area? Yes, Blue. This is Boone Dam. That's what I was going to ask. Is there any specific area? Let's get out and just look. Oh, and there's somebody out there in the boat. Look at that. Somebody fishing or doing something. The boat's just floating with the water. They got a nice little current there. Look at that boat. It's just floating with the water. I don't even think it's running an engine. Well, no, I see something coming out the back end. And he's moving so fast he had to turn the engine on to slow himself down. Huh. All right. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Let me look at this. Awesome. What's in the water? That's a boat. That's a boat. That's a person with a boat. It's a motorboat. I can't tell if he's fishing or where did he go on my phone? Oh, there he is. I can't tell if he's fishing or testing water in the dam, but it's a boat in the dam. Like, I mean, there's the dam. I mean, he's right there in a boat. But this is a significant drop too. I mean, look at that. It doesn't look that significant, but when you angle it, I mean, it's a significant drop down. At the time Summer went missing, the dam was being repaired and refilled. Interesting. Well, there's the dam right there, and it must be repaired, but I don't know. I'm sure. Let's go right around and see if we can find, like, I'll be looking along this area here. If there's something like over at Fort Patrick Henry or Fort Henry, whatever it was called that we were just at where we started, they had like an overpass like that up there that went right over this water here. And so that would have been ideal, because, you know, I can see something like that happening. And let's see if we can get a better shot of the fisherman. I still can't tell. I don't see any fishing poles. I think he's there testing the water. He must be there testing the water. He's got to be. See how much... Wow, this camera zooms in, doesn't it? You can see him moving. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it still. Yeah. Oh, hey, Justice for Victims. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're in the area. All right, let's see if we can find some other areas. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. There we go. Let's just keep running it around. Oh, we missed I'll have to stop right here. Let's look at I just realized they had a little, right there. Let's get out and see what that says, right there. Really gives you an idea of the facility here. So it says TVA is developing a solution to stop water and sediments from seeping from the riverbanks below Boone Dam to provide access and ensure public and employee safety during this process. The lake is being held below normal winter levels at between 1,350 and 1,355 feet above sea level. Wow. And then there's the facility. Oh girl, takes a licking and keeps on ticking. This girl's been with me. I tell you what, I think I didn't cry over my husband. Anything happened to this car, I'm crying. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, on the road again. Can't wait to get on the road again. And always remember, be polite to people. Always wave. You never know what kind of day they're having. They may just need a little bit of wave. Have a good day, sir. Oh, we missed it. Lake Reservoir. What we got here? This is maintenance facility. We don't want to go there. We don't need to know about their maintenance. Well, maybe we do. Actually, maybe we do. Are they open? Huh. Maybe we do. Huh. I might go back there. I won't take you guys with me because I want them to talk about it. Automatic warning, daily use area. This park opens 7 a.m. and closes at 5:30 p.m. So I want to stay in authorized areas. I don't want to be ticking anybody off. We can't have any kind of illegal drugs, beverages, firearms, or oh, I thought it said overnight parking. I'm like, they have overnight parking at a freaking dam? Pedestrian walkway, so they got that. They got the overflow closed. The big old hump. Good Lord, this big. Look at those power lines. You know, over there at Fort Henry Dam. Stay on Dam Road, then turn right. Oh my gosh! Look at those buildings in the water. Did they have a huge storm here? You know, when I was in Georgia, I saw buildings ripped apart. I wonder if that's from the tornadoes. Do you guys see that crap? Oop, let me get past it. Hold on. There's nobody out here. I'm parking in a handicap. Look at that. Holy moly. See that? Sorry. The buildings like fell over and are in the water. Wow, this dam really is low. Well, I think if, I mean, it's pretty low. I think if there was anything in here, they would probably, wow, this dam is way, way low. Look at that. And then you got the buildings way over there that are just in the water. Now, I don't know, you know, we're coming up on the 3-year milestone for summer wells, you know? So I'm really not sure. You know, it's like, it's sad because if she isn't, you know, HT'd or ST'd and you know, my fears, what I really do believe that happened to her, are realized. You know, at this point, she's going to be one of those people, like, in my opinion, that are found years later, you know, when somebody's out in the woods somewhere or doing something like that. No shade. It shouldn't sound like a diesel. This car has like 200,000 miles on it. You know, world peace. I mean, you're more than welcome to donate to the Bullhorn Betty Car Fund. Okay, you know, there is a Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal right there. If my car needs to be checked and you think it does, which I have to agree with you, probably shouldn't sound like this. You know, go ahead and throw a dollar or two for the Bullhorn Betty. Get a new car fund. It's nice to see you. You're right. You're right. No, actually, the catalytic converter does need to be replaced on it. That's why my check engine light's always on. So, in all fairness, it's not supposed to sound this loud, and it's going to get fixed. This is one of those things where you know, this car's aging. It's a great running car. It runs really smooth. I take very good care of it. But there, you know, we are going on 200,000 miles, and this car is 13 years old. I mean, it's a 2011. We're in 2024. So it's significant. I think it looks great for its age. You know, come on, what are you talking about? Yeah, she looks great for her age. I think she looks great for her age. Kind of like Bullhorn Betty, right? You only get better with age, babe. You only get better with age. All right, so there's Boone's Dam. It looks a little low. I don't know. Let's just keep. Let's go up a little bit further. See. Okay. Only sweet. It's just sweet as wine. Bullhorn Betty lies again. I can see it on the front. I can promise you I got a few more wrinkles than I did a couple years ago, and so does old girl. So does old girl. All right, so here's Boone. Where do we want to go after this? I know you guys have had questions. We've been talking about this stuff for 3 years. Almost 3 years.
In 300 feet, make a U-turn. Make a U-turn, then slide left to stay on Blue Dam Road.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's get out. Let's see what we got. This is kind of pretty. It's got some picnic benches. I mean, there is nobody around, guys. I mean, but what didn't happen this time of year. These kind of things here, we probably need to be out here like on the day, like in and around the time that it happened, to see how many people are around. Because a place like this, you can do a whole mess when you know nobody's coming. I mean, and nobody's around. I mean, I don't even really see any. Oh, I do see a camera. Is that a camera or is that a light? I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, it looks like a light. Okay, it's a light that shines on the American flag. It's a light up there. On top of the light shines toward the flag along with that light right there. Okay, so I figured it out. So I don't see any like cameras out here or anything like that. But here's on the other side. This goes down. Wow, this goes down a significant, I mean, it goes straight down. Like if I get a little bit further, I will fall. I'll start sliding. There's like a plateau right there. But it's pretty significant here. Wow, look at that. That is straight down right there. Straight down. So if anybody wants to know where we're at Boone Dam. One of the people in our chat had, we're taking some requests here. So people have had questions about the Summer Wells case. They've had ideas of where they think, there might be some information, or they want to preview the area that they've been looking at on the map. Well, I'm here in Kingsport right now, and we just left what I perceive to be ground zero, which is the water hole, even though some may not agree with me. But that's for theory 1. Theory 2 is much more nefarious and not an accident when it comes to Summer Wells. Look at her. Come on. Look at her. Oh, she pretty. I love her. You know what? If something ever happens to this girl here, I'm going to cry. I love her more than I loved my husband. I'll tell you that right now. I got women in the chat saying I love my car more than my husband now. What are you talking about? Hey guys, thank you all for being here. So we are here in Kingsport, Tennessee, covering the Summer Wells case. And, for me, I've covered this case extensively. I've done a massive amount of research. We've interviewed, oh, good Lord. I want to say at this point, I don't even know how many people we've interviewed for this case. I'd have to go and make a list. I would have to say 50 or 60 people. I mean, we've interviewed so many people in this matter. And I just, just even people like, what do I mean by 50 or 60 people? Everybody's like, oh, there's not 50 or 60 people involved. You guys don't understand. We followed their steps. We uncovered the fact that Candace had the 3 boys and Summer at the store. And this clerk described this particular event where, it kind of bowed right into, how we heard Candace said she really didn't like girls. She really didn't want girls. That whole rumor that was going around. I'm going to say it's a rumor because it was corroborated by multiple people, but I just, for whatever reason, I guess I just don't want to believe that she said it. I don't know, but it's been corroborated by Allie, her mom, her grandmother, Dudley. I mean, we've had it confirmed a lot. We've had it confirmed a lot that Candace really didn't want a girl, and she was trying to get Summer adopted. And the only reason why Summer wasn't adopted is because Don Wells wanted like more money to adopt her or something like that, and the people just didn't have it. Or something. I mean, we heard this. I don't know how much of it is true and how much of it is rumor. You're going to have to do your own research on that fact. But at the end of the day, it goes to bode into corroborating that even more, because this particular clerk at this store describes how Candace came in with all the kids, and she would not allow Summer to get any candy, but let the boys pick out whatever they wanted. And Summer started crying and wanted candy, and her mother backhanded her in her mouth. And this is a statement made from the clerk of a store down the road. It was in Kingsport. It wasn't in Rogersville. It was a Kingsport store. I've got to go back and find out which one it was. But apparently this was a common thing. And I asked her, did she feel like the times that Candace had been in there with the boys that Summer was unfairly treated? And she said almost all times. So again, it bodes into the corroboration of the differences in how Candace treated Summer as opposed to the boys. Did this happen all the time? I don't know. I don't see any reason for that clerk to lie about this incident and other incidences. But again, it's coming back and bringing everybody back to where they need to be, back on this case, back on the facts of this case. I am so sick and tired of people putting Don and Candace on this pedestal like they were some great parents. Did you see the inside of their house? It looks a little like my truck does right now, okay? And I'm in the process of traveling the country, so I got a little things of disarray, okay? This is not where I live. This is not where I put my head at night. This is my storage unit while I'm traveling, okay? And I literally have everything under the sun, including, You need a cord? You need a cord. Any cord. What cord? What size cord you need? You need that cord? I got that cord too. I wish you would, I wish they would say the boys know about the day, what they know about the day. I truly believe I think law enforcement has more information than we would like to know, but in the same sense, it's like, what's taking them so long? Here's the issue I have, is I truly believe, many of you know that we also went to the state attorney's office here. We were fortunate enough that they actually sat down and talked to us. This was one of the cases where we talked to the detectives. We have them on record. We have the state attorney. We were asked to turn off all of our recording equipment while we talked to them. So again, we can't, you know, that conversation that we had with the state attorney is going to have to be word of mouth. So I can only express to you what that conversation was, because one of the things that we talked to them about specifically was why they will not charge Don and Candace with the abuse of the children that are unrelated to Summer Wells. You know what? They said when they're working on the package, and they promise whatever charges they can charge them with at the time when it's necessary, they will charge them. And so I'm just, they're like, to me, when I spoke to them, even back then, back in 2021, it seemed to me that it was a financial problem here, you know, that they have tapped resources. Is this why we're not having stuff done on this case? I know that there's a point when a case gets cold. This is the epitome of a cold case. This is what we feared was going to happen with Summer Wells. This is why we put our foot on the neck of law enforcement. Everybody wanted to sit there and bitch and moan and groan and about this. Well, you know what? Those people didn't care whether Summer got justice or not. They only cared about getting a click and a view from Don Wells in their interviews. They don't care. They don't care that they jeopardized this case by throwing out every single stinking person and calling all this stuff in and making law enforcement chase their tails. They didn't care. All they cared about was proving somebody wrong. They didn't care what damage they were doing. Here we got a case where it's tapped with resources and having to chase their tail around because the people like Benny Keys and Aunt Cam and Allie and garbage people like them that did nothing but cause damage to this case from out the gate and try to run interference with law enforcement to protect the Wells. Why? I have no clue. I have no clue. But I can tell you one thing. I wasn't involved in that shenanigans. I'll tell you that. I can tell you that Don Wells and Candace Bly have had a lot of children taken away from them. I didn't do that. Neither did any of you that are advocating for Summer Wells, right? But I'm sick and tired of hearing the garbage that has been debunked, rearing its ugly head again. It's offensive to me. It's highly offensive to me, because Summer Wells deserves better. We need to start getting back to the facts of the case. We're 3 years past this. Her parents haven't been cleared, and there's no possibility of an abduction. Does anybody need any more information to understand? Why is Don and Candace not in jail? Everybody asks. Because Summer Wells has not been classified as deceased. It's hard to arrest somebody for murder when they have no body to say she's dead. Now, mind you, this is the same family that also had another person 10 years prior to vanish in similar circumstances. Poof, there 1 minute, poof, gone the next. Never seen or heard from again. So, okay. So before we get going, is there any other places that you guys want to be? I know we've been on here for almost an hour and a half driving around. We were at Boone Dam. One of the people here in the chat wanted to check out Boone Dam. So here we are. We went to a few places here. at Boone Dam. Let me see if there's any other things. Yeah, it takes, in Tennessee, it takes 10 years. It's offensive and not helping find Summer bring up debunked info. Yeah, exactly. And we know we are all hearing the debunked garbage going back around, you know, making its way around again. It's like, you know, how many times do we have to recirculate the same old garbage? And, you know, I thought today we would just get back here and just talk. Let's talk about the case. Let's talk about what we truly know about the case. But I think the most damaging for Don and Candace right now, honestly, is the fact it's been 3 years and they haven't been cleared. I don't know any parent that we're coming up on a 3-year milestone and they're still uncleared. Name me a parent that didn't do it, that's still uncleared years later, besides the Ramseys. You know, it took them decades. But in all fairness, with the Ramseys, we all looked at the parents because law enforcement was forcing us to look at the parents. They kept, you know, badgering the parents. They kept, you know, making it sound like it was the parents all the time, just the parents. And I remember the case because I remember I was so young at the time. I mean, I wasn't young. I mean, I was still, you know, with mom and dad. I think, well, what was I, 12, 13? I got to remember when that happened, when John Bonet happened. But I think I was like 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there when that case was going on. And I remember everybody thought the parents did it because it was the law enforcement almost implied it over and over and over again that they were the ones. So, oh, hey, Don. You know, it's kind of funny that you're in here, Don, because I was going to say, if anybody, if there are any creators, because I know we have a lot of creators in this area, you know, if you guys want to meet for dinner one night this week and maybe just chat about the case, you know, just get to meet eyeball to eyeball, get to know each other, maybe Smiley or whatever. We can just go out to dinner and talk about the case while we're all here, belly to belly and eyeball to eyeball, and just, you know, see what we can do. You know, talk, let me know. bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I'll monitor my emails. I'm not sure if I'll do it. I'm not sure if we'll do it tonight. It's too late to make arrangements tonight, but maybe, you know, the next day. I'm not going to be here too long. Hey, Ricky. Let me see who all is in here. It's nice to see you all. If you guys haven't gone out and thumbed this live up, please consider thumbing the live up. Thank you for all the people that have been here. I just wanted to go back and talk about my thoughts, my theories, my, you know, my 2 cents. No matter what happened at the water hole or what happened at her house, the bottom line is the same people are in and around her, and they are the only ones in and around her. So it just doesn't make sense that some stranger, a plan B, comes out of nowhere and snatches the kid. And I'm going to call it a plan B because that's exactly what this anonymous person is, a plan B. And if you've watched my channel long enough and you don't understand what a plan B is kind of a legal term that, you know, is well known, but not so much. It's not used in any legal documents, but it's just basically where you blame somebody else. It's your plan B. You know, it couldn't be this person. It's got to be this person. You know, it's the plan B. So there's no plan B in this case. The people that are in and around this child when she went missing are her family. The only people around this child are her family. The only people that she was around earlier that day was her family. I mean, I don't know how many times I can say family, 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 family. No abduction, no abduction, no abduction, no abduction, no abduction. Not cleared, not cleared, not cleared, not cleared, not cleared. I mean, these are big red flags. You tell me one other family that every person on YouTube would not be ready to almost lynch 3 years after and still haven't had a still haven't been cleared in the disappearance of their child. You know, this is the only family, and I think it's because I say that, oh, they're responsible, so everybody's got to prove Bullhorn Betty wrong. Well, I hate to tell you, I'm right more than I'm wrong, so good luck. If you haven't noticed yet, good luck. So where do we go from here? You know what? As nasty as infamous truth teller has been with us without even bother getting one stitch of information right, reaching out to me in any capacity before running terrible stories, it shows integrity and lack thereof, in my opinion, and somebody that I really could care less is in my chat. I would never have anything to do with that person. I think they are the biggest piece of shit out there. So go ahead and block them. I don't need their garbage in my chat. This is a real true crime channel. We're not into the drama garbage shit that you guys do. These are real cases to us. These aren't jokes, okay? We know it's jokes to you. We know you are a joke. You will never be anything else but a joke because you choose hate over love. Here we are talking about Summer Wells, and you have some gall to come in here and disrupt this chat and taking away from a little girl with your petty bullshit. Shame on you, you're a disgusting piece of shit. And I can say that. Now go make 15 other videos about Bullhorn Betty. Go get your click and view, because nobody would ever watch you. I bring in the views, folks. Hate to burst your bubble. Hate to burst your bubble. It's all about Bullhorn Betty. I even got a couple channels named after me. I need to stop poking fun. I can trigger the hell out of somebody, can't I? Bullhorn Betty, Bullhorn Betty, Bullhorn Betty. All right, well, I'm done. So where's our next place? Does anybody have an idea where you guys want to check? Do we have any ideas? Because to be honest with you, we've already rolled over our hour and a half, so you guys got me for probably another 15 or so minutes if we can get somewhere. It's a big old giant. We got some butthurt Betties up in the house. Well, it's nice to see you. This is what we're gonna say. We're gonna say, you know, we really do hope all people stop, quit taking this stuff, and me so personally. If you don't like the content, move on. Enough's enough. We're all tired of it. You know what I'm saying? If you're really that hateful and that miserable in your life, go take it out on your family. Don't take it out on strangers. I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. So we only have one rule in the chat. It's don't be a dick. Even the people that try to say they're the most adult can't even follow simple rules like don't be a dick in the chat, right? It seems like it could be an easy rule. Like you literally only have one rule over here on the Bullhorn Betty channel, and these animals can't even follow one stinking simple, easy freaking rule. Don't be a dick! Lord! We're talking about a freaking 8-year-old child here. She's turning 8 in a few more days. She's been missing, most likely dead, and you're worried about something stupid. But Bullhorn Betty's the problem. No, you are an idiot. Trust me. You are the problem. You are the problem. Now, we saw something. God bless you. Go make it a great day. Bless your heart, babe. Isn't that what us Christian folks supposed to say? Bless your heart. Sonia, did I say it right? Oh, I'm sorry. Bless your heart. We know there can't be too many people like me. The world might be a better place. Oh, sorry. The world might be a better place. Right? The world might be a better place if there was a few too many of me. Couldn't let that happen. Those crazy animals on YouTube would never allow this place to be a better place than before they got here. They want to take it to the ground. Torch it, right? They're the torturers. They like to burn it to the ground.
Take the next left to stay on Boondam Road, then continue straight.
All right, where are we going, folks? Where are we going? We're getting back to Summer Wells. We had fun with them. It was fun. It was comical. I don't mind clowning around a little bit, but let's be honest. This is about Summer Wells, nobody else. It's not even about me. It's about this little girl advocating for her. Look at this, 315 people up in the chat, wanting to know, wanting to learn, wanting to see. You know, this is what it's about right here. What can we do collaboratively together?
300 feet, turn left toward Boondam Road. Take the next.
I'm sick of you bossing me around. This damn phone's so bossy. Can I get a less bossier phone? Something that's not as bossy as Bullhorn Betty? Jen, I don't like your phone. I'm sending it back. It sounds too much like me. Eastman Plant. That's a big place. Yeah, that's a good place for you guys to want to find. Let me go ahead and put that in the thing. Actually, that's a really good place to go. It's pretty interesting there. I went there a couple. Let's see, Eastman Chemical Company. All right, this is a little bit further. It's going to be about 8 minutes.
Head northwest on
about 21
Boondam
minutes.
Road toward Minga Road.
21 minutes. Well, you guys got me at least 21 more minutes longer, because I think that is a good place that you guys need to see. It's something that's come up in multiple people's thoughts. It's a place that has come up on many, you know, psychics maps. Not just Donna's. There's been multiple maps that have come out from other people that read and do things like that. And Eastman Chemical Company is just one of those things, and it's the biggest employer, if I'm not mistaken, of this in this area. Eastman Chemical Company. So there are
Tennessee 75 South.
And it makes me wonder, do we know if anybody in and around Don or Candace ever worked at Eastman Chemical Company? Did Don or Candace ever want to go back to places that they're familiar with? And we always try to talk about the familiar.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Tennessee 75 South. Take the next left onto Tennessee 75 South. Continue on Tennessee 75 South for 1 mile.
That's how we get going. We don't play! We get in and get out. Oops, I just lost my directions. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I got the one cord charging the other phone that must have a broken, like, you guys know what I'm talking about. So we're going to continue to have reception issues while we're on the move. Remember, we're in the backwoods of Tennessee. I'm doing the best I can. I've got a hotspot box that is, I'm working right now because our internet on Verizon sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But I hear AT&T is really good out here. So you guys are being ran on the AT&T
right onto Tennessee 36 North.
hotspot box. Oh, thank you, Darcy.
Continue on Tennessee
Ask if you
36
could
North
possibly
for 4
talk
miles.
to Daisy. I don't talk to Daisy. Daisy went off of me. I've got nothing to say to that lady. There's one thing you'll find out about me. You will lose me quicker than shit by being disrespectful to me when I've done nothing but treat you with courtesy. She went and made a mistake on the Rose Bly case, and everybody beat her up like miserably. And I just told her to keep her head up, just, you know, get back focused on, you know, the pep talk. If you guys know anything about me, any creator that's ever had a Bullhorn Betty pep talk, it doesn't matter. It's pretty much the same pep talk, whether you're friend or foe. It's always, you know, no matter what, you're a good content creator, get back on the saddle, you know, keep working it. And then when Brandy Neal happened, and I found out some information legitimately. I didn't break any laws or do anything underhanded. I found out legitimately, and I knew Brandy wasn't a watcher of my channel, and her friends ended up bringing her up on her page. Well, long story short, instead of Daisy, now mind you, I had Daisy's back. She turned her back on me and started cussing me out and telling me, you know what you did? I'm like, what the hell did I do? Everybody was blaming. I didn't do that. Her friends did that to Brandy. Brandy knows that her friends did that to her. She knows damn well she didn't watch my videos, and she did not hear that information from me. She only heard it from one place and one place only. And I'm not going to repeat that creator's name because I don't see any point in doing that. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm not trying to hurt anybody or cause a rift. But that is what happened. And as unfortunate as it is, that comes to integrity. Once she did that, I lost all respect for her. And when I lose all respect for somebody, I got no use for them. And unfortunately, that's where I am with that whole situation. Is she a nice lady? I don't know. I could care less. All I know is that she had a right way to do something and a wrong way to do something, and she did it the wrong way, and she's never apologized. So as far as I'm concerned, she can stay away. As a matter of fact, I don't even think she can comment in here. I see you. It's nice to see you, love. So there's a lot of places here, but none of them that are really significant. Now, I do have a problem with all of the a short amount of time. She couldn't even remember. She's like, oh, I vapes that day. Apparently, they went to three or four different stores in a very small window of time. Does that make sense to the normal people out there? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, but you know what? People say I'm weird, so maybe I'm just abnormal. And if I'm abnormal, let me know I'm abnormal, right? I just think it's weird in a short amount of time to go to four different stores for nicotine vapes. And that is what they were saying, right? It wasn't the THC kind, according to them. Or was it? I don't know. So for those that are just tuning in, we are just kind of recapping on the Summer Wells case, going to a couple places. We started out basically at coming into Warrior's Path at the water hole, and then somebody wanted to go over to Boone's Dam, so we went over to Boone's Dam. Didn't see much there. One thing I did notice is there's not a lot of people, but this time of year it's too cold. So was it a popping place? And the reason why I'm asking about, you know, whether it was popping or not is because in my theory, Summer is deceased. And if Summer is deceased, I'm looking for places that she can be discarded, okay? As heartless and as hard as it is to sound, in reality, that's my theory. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for those things. Could it be Boone Dam or that Patrick Henry Dam or whatever it is, or Fort Henry Dam? I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, it could, because you know they have these overpasses, just like we're passing up over here, right here. They have those over the dams, and that straight water that goes pretty deep down. And somebody like a little girl being in something weighted down, it's a very good possibility, because again, in my theory, that's kind of what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Does it mean that my theory holds water? I pray to God my theory doesn't hold water. I pray to God that I'm the biggest laughing stock on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I do. I pray to God I am so wrong about this case that I have to eat every single word I've ever said. Let me just be very clear. I hope that I have to eat my words. Do you think that what I'm telling you is what I want to tell you? Of course not. It's where the information led. I don't, you know what I'm saying? You follow the leads where they take you. They take us right back to that house, right back to that mountain. It goes right back to the family. Nobody else so far. But we're 11 minutes out from the chemical plant. Now, I will tell you guys, the chemical plant is quite large. It stretches for blocks and blocks. And I believe they even may have, I think the bulk of it is one big plot of land, but I actually think they bought some other land around there that's part of the Eastman Company, even though it's not enjoined, like they may have some roads between them. And there may be some owners of other properties in between it, but the big bulk of land is where we'll go, and I'll show you some other stuff. And there is a lot of wooded items around that area, but the problem is you just can't get to it. it's hard to get to. Let me try to read this while I'm at a stoplight. Hey, you should see if you can talk with Ryan and Jennifer. They live somewhere around there, and they have been doing some amazing work looking for summer. Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. But when I'm on these trips, I don't have time to research for people and stuff like that. But they can reach out to me if you know how to get a hold of them. Bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I'm happy to. I'd love to meet with somebody. I'd love to get their perspective on the record. I'd like to interview even a content creators, just interview them, because there's been a lot of content creators that have done the work. There's been a lot of audience members that have done the work. I'd like to get all of them on the record. I want to know their perspective. You know, there are some people that agree with me in part. There's some people that agree with me, you know, wholly, and there are some people that just totally disagree. So we need to find out where the disagreements are, almost make it like a jury, you know, find out where the disagreements are and start finding the information to answer those questions or close those worry boxes. And I think a lot of this is people, in my opinion, the people that fight for these parents the hardest are people that have been in jail, that have been railroaded by the system, or they perceive been railroaded by the system, and they are just gung-ho, you know, guilty and you know, innocent until proven guilty. And it's like, yeah, you're right, they are in a court of law. This is not a court of law. This is Bullhorn Betty. This is news. This is people trying to find out the truth. You know, they're not arrested. They're still living their life. I still think they did it. I still think they know where Summer is. You know, it doesn't matter. My opinion's my opinion. Nobody's going to ever take that away from me, and nobody should ever take that away from you. But come out here, never even looked at their home, and swear to God that child was abducted. Well, I'd like to take those people out here and make them show me how. Because as soon as you make somebody show you how that child could be abducted from that property, then all of a sudden their theory changes. It's funny how that happens. It's funny how that happens. But I digress. But you knew I would. Because I digress every darn thing, don't I? Okay, let me recenter this. Where are we? Make sure I'm not missing any turns here. Okay, guys, we're about, looks like about 8 minutes out from the Eastman Chemical Company. There's one of the discount. There's the hippie house right there, guys. We're about to pass the hippie house right there. There's the discount store right next to it. And there it is, open, grand opening. Oh, they just redo a grand opening. They're no longer the hippie house. Holy crap. The hippie house is no longer the hippie house. They changed their name. They changed their name. They sure did. They sure did. Hippie house no more. I wonder why they changed their name. Or maybe they sold? Maybe the people that were there wanted to sell? I don't know. Guys, here's the church right here. We're coming up on the church. There's the church right there. Right there. See that blue sign? Where's my finger? Can you see my finger? You can't see my finger. Yeah, there it is. Right there. Right there. Right there. That's the church. That's the Seventh-day Adventist. We're right here. There it is. Sorry. There's the church, and it's up on the top of the mountain there. There's the sign. There's the road to go up it, and there's the church right there. That's the church that Don, that's where we saw the photo of Summer really rambunctious and Candace passed out. That's the church. She was passed out in the while the services, Don was paying attention. They were in the front row too. It was embarrassing. And she's literally just there with her mouth hanging open and everything.
Take the Tennessee 93 South ramp.
Is this the south ramp? Let's hope. Nope, this is the north ramp. That's the south ramp's up here. Alright. Almost took the wrong one.
Take the Tennessee 93 South ramp.
People are like, oh, good Lord. Get this Florida girl out of Tennessee.
93 South for 3/4 of a mile.
I usually don't drive slow, but you know, when you don't know where you're going, it's kind of hard not to drive slow because you're waiting for your turn and everything looks the same around here. I mean, good Lord. All right. It is pretty. So now you're starting to see the Eastman Chemical Company because you're starting here. There it is. It's freaking huge, y'all. That's it. That big honking thing. This is all it right here. All of that. All of that. Oh yeah. That is freaking huge. Huge. Look at all. Oh, it's big. Big.
Take the next right onto Lincoln Street.
It is big.
Continue on Lincoln
This
Street
is
for
so
1.5
big.
miles.
If she was somewhere around here, you ain't finding her. I'll tell you that. It's on both sides of this road. We got chemical stuff on the right, chemical stuff on the left. All right, let's. So there you have it. It's huge. It's massive. Like it's so big. You guys seen it coming in. I mean, like it goes for. I can't tell you when I come in here. It goes all the way down the road. I mean, it's literally. I don't know, miles of chemical company. Would that be accurate, ICU? I'm not sure. But this is a huge plant, so you got the stuff over there, but you also got all this stuff over here too. And then you got some power stuff over here. You got the train tracks here. But it's all of this. It's huge. We're gonna go take a spin. But this is when I came out here, this is what made it so difficult. It's because of how large this place is. It's very, very difficult to find anything, and everything is fenced. Like they have this property fenced off. It's hard to get to any place to search. What time is it? Oh, wow. We'll go around this chemical company and we'll call it for a day. So you can see that we got the chemical company way over here. Let's go. I mean, this facility, this campus is just, it's huge. They got receiving, research, gate 7. I might not even be able to get back here, I don't know. Well, I guess I can just turn around. I'll just go up here and turn around. I don't want to go into any kind of stuff, so I'll just go up there. I'm already in the turn lane, so I'll just do a U-ey and get out. There's a place down that has public, but I don't think this is it. I think this might be for employees. Got a lot of traffic on the road this time of the afternoon. Interesting. We'll just go up here and just do a U-E. But you guys can see just the magnitude of this campus. I mean, it's freaking huge. And I think that they said that there was something in a wooded area on the outskirts of this. And I remember we were trying to look for it the one time that I came down here, and couldn't find where they were looking for, or I couldn't get to it. I think maybe that's what it was. We drove around, but where they were trying to get me to go, it was just inaccessible. Come on. Come on, buddy. It's just massive. Look at this. I mean, it's just freaking massive. Like, the front view just doesn't give you guys justice of like literally how massive this chemical plant is. I mean, it is huge. It is absolutely huge. Can I turn here? Maybe I'll turn here. Let's turn here. Yeah, this is the way I got in last time. This is a public route. This guy, I don't want to go. Yeah. Okay. So we got to stay on the roads. We can't go inside. I don't want to go inside. I mean, I don't see anything where it says no public, but we just want to be respectful. And then, oh shit, I'm going around. Okay, let me go back the other way. I'm going the wrong way. Gotta turn around. I need to go. You gotta see, you're not getting the full justice of this chemical plant. Let me turn around. I see Justin in the chat. Hey, Justin. Out gallivanting. That's all I'm doing, out gallivanting. Here, look at that. This thing is huge. Like, it stretches from one side of the freaking road to the other. Look at that. You got all this over here. You got all of this over here. I mean, this is huge. This is huge. Oh, they won't let me. Yeah, this is. I think this is, oh, this is a private road. Okay, I got to do a U-turn here as well. So, but this is the campus. This is Eastman, and this is where I was. This is where I tried to get back. They said there was some wooded area back there, but I couldn't get to it. So it's very difficult to get to the back side of this. So let's just keep going around and seeing if we can. But just a huge, huge campus. Now I gotta figure out how to get back down there. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know how to get back down there on the bottom. Maybe turn this way, go back down that way. Maybe that's the way. Cute. This is so cute. I love these little homes. I mean, they're not little, they're actually quite big, but they just look so cute and quaint. Oh, I like that one with the blue roof. That's really nice. See if my navigational skills work. If you make enough right turns, you'll be in a circle, right? So we'll just make a few lefts, a few rights. Maybe we'll wind up where we need to be. I don't know. I don't know where we're going over here. Oops. Well, we got kind of back down. Alright, well, we are back down to the ground, at least. Bullhorn Betty's navigational skills worked. This is where we first came in, so we'll go back out. So let me see if I can, let's go right, and we'll go back around and see if we can get on the other side. We'll have to go past the chemical company. What is, I'm at a stoplight. You said it, they put Summer somewhere you can't get to. Yeah. So hey Sherry, I can't read your comments too long. I don't have my glasses on, and I'm driving, so I'll have to go back and read some of your comments. I'm sorry guys, I wish I could read, but when I'm driving and you guys are cruising, I don't really have the ability to. So thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. God bless each and every one of you. If you guys could all do me a solid and go out there and hit the thumbs up button. We are in Kingsport, Tennessee, bringing awareness to the Summer Wells case. She's been missing since June 15th, 2021, when she was 5 years old. She is about to turn 8 years old in just a few days, and it's just heartbreaking that she has not yet been found. Nobody has been arrested, and her case has gone cold. She's another case that's near and dear to my heart. It's a case that there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this case for me, for many of us. And it's heartbreaking to know that she's gone and nobody knows where she's at. And whoever took her is not being held accountable for that. Whatever's going on with Summer, whether she's deceased like I think she is, or alive like other people think she is, and in a, you know, an STHT situation, no matter how you look at it, she's went through a lot. Whatever brought us to this point, she's gone through a lot, no matter how you look at it. And it's very heartbreaking that somebody is not being held accountable right now for that. Summer Wells, again, beautiful blonde hair, blue-eyed girl. I would give you a height and weight, but we don't know. Again, it's been 3 years. She was at an age that she was just about to hit a growth spurt, you know, where she would shoot up, you know, she would grow. So her height and weight and everything is not necessarily accurate. There was a lot of weird behavior in and around the time that Summer Wells that disappeared. Dawn Wells exhibited weird behavior the day before she disappeared. The behavior exhibited, you know, with all people involved, from Hunter to Dawn to Candace, have all exhibited peculiar behavior after Summer Wells' disappearance. It appears that they are all inconsistent with their statements and all appear to be lying about some aspect of the case. For what reason, I truly don't know. Uh-oh, am I supposed to turn here? Uh-oh, this thing just popped off. Hold on, thank goodness. Oh, we're past the Eastman Chemical Company. All right, oh, that's right. We wanted to turn. We wanted to see if we can get on the back side of it. Hold on, wait, let this car go, and then I'll, there we go. We're going to see if we can get on the back side of the Eastman Chemical Company and see if there's some woods. And then after this, I'm gonna let you guys go because it's been 2 hours and I need to check my messages and see if Olivia's in town or where Olivia is. I didn't realize what time it was. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Holy crap. Wow. So that's the tour, at least for today. I'm glad you guys did come out and hang out with me and keep me company and learn a little bit about Summer Wells, and get to see some of these spots with your own eyes. It's the one bad problem when it comes to their home is I would love to go live, you know, as we're driving up to their home so you can see the drive there, you know, the rest of the properties as opposed to their property. You know, those are all important things because they are the highest property right there in that area. All the other houses are fairly low lying compared to theirs. And it just doesn't make sense in my mind why, here's their corporate offices, Eastman corporate offices. Look at those. That's a monster. Don't tell me that this is not a big company. So maybe, let's go over here. So here's their corporate business center. This is open to the public, thank God. And look at all these old buildings, guys. Looks like they're missing windows and everything. I wonder if they're just not using them anymore. That might be something. Sorry, let me put you guys back down a little bit. Parking lot here. Look at those buildings. But the question is, could somebody get in them? Because I think that's the question. You know, we're looking to find places that Summer could be. But that's interesting. Are those windows? They look, I don't know what those are. Let's see. Definitely built. It's definitely a building. Sorry. Sorry. Look at that. They're like missing windows or something. Yeah, I guess they are missing windows. So those must be buildings that they're not using anymore. So there's got to be a lot of little places around here. You know? There's definitely abandoned buildings within the Eastman Chemical Company. I don't know. But I remember it, when we were talking a couple years ago with Donna's map, the map that she put together. I remember it, if I remember, Snow was in here. Snow might be able to say, but I remember having the map. I'll have to go back to it. But I think they were looking for wooded areas, I think is really what that whole situation was about at that time. But again, I don't know. I really don't. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. I got to go back and look at some of the notes, the footage, geez, Justin can, I mean, we had a massive amount of footage. I mean, there were 5 of us out there at one time and we were all filming. I mean, we had massive amounts of footage. And I think Justin, you only came with us on one trip, right? One tour, I think. Pebble hopes you feel better. Trying late. Oh, Pebble's not feeling good. Feel better, Pebbles. Hugs and kisses. I didn't even see. I can't read chat. It's hard. Well, I shouldn't say I can't read chat. It's hard. Let me get my glasses on. I'm at a stopping point. We're in a parking lot. Let me just read chat real quick. See if there's anything in here. I see prayer gardens in this. I thought for whatever reason, I thought you were from here. Did you have any particular place that you wanted to see while I'm here? Just out of curiosity. I know you've covered the case quite a bit. Everyone really is a suspect. Fives, you're not lying. I mean, you know what? At this point, the sheriff's a freaking suspect. I'm sorry, but I don't trust anybody anymore when it comes to in this area or Summer Wells. I just don't trust anybody. Like, I trusted law enforcement, and you got freaking John Pruitt out there basically saying he doesn't like working with other people. He just wants everybody to stay out of his business. Well, John, we've stayed out of your business. Well, I just saw a prayer garden up here. I don't know if it's the prayer garden. It might be, you know, we do have people that, yeah, it says Prayer Garden of America. So sounds like so far everybody's been being good in the chat, except a few people at the beginning. So I just want to tell everybody I really do appreciate you respecting the one rule. I'm sorry. It's one stinking rule. Okay, it's one stinking rule. Children. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to be the teacher. Already am. Oh, I need to stop. Right? I need to stop. Yeah, Ronnie Lawson. I just really, like, he, you know, that there's a lot of stuff going around Ronnie Lawson, okay? Let me be honest with you. There was another girl that was abducted from this area. And she was abducted by her uncle, and her uncle did terrible things. She was found in a shed, but the shed was on Lawson property, Lawson family property. If I remember correctly, when I did the research, I believe it was potentially his brother or something like that, but it was Lawson property. It was Lawson property related to him. Oh, no, Josie, you didn't say anything wrong. You shouldn't. You should be free to say whatever you need to say here. As long as you say what you mean what you say, and you don't say it mean, even if you know, people are going to have their opinions, and hopefully everybody's being nice to each other in chat. There's no real, I mean, we're talking about Summer Wells. There's no reason for anybody to be nasty to each other in chat. We should all be coming together for this little girl. And if you're not, then you're not welcome. I mean, really, you know, we have duties in this world. You know, some of us can do it, some of us cannot. There's a lot of people that have to work and put food on the table for their children, and it makes it hard for them to be able to advocate for causes or help in these types of stuff. And the ones that can do, and I really hope that the ones that can actually do it, I'm in a unique position where I can, and so I do, and that's why we're here and why we bring these cases to you, because I know for me that, you know, 2 heads are better than 1. 5 heads are better than the woods on Lighthouse Road. Let's see. All right, well, here's the deal, ICU, is I can go to Light Hallow Road. It's a 21-minute drive, but the problem is we'll most likely lose reception. I am almost confident that my service does not work in this area at all. None of our service does. I could be wrong. We'll take the trip. We'll take the drive. It's only 21 minutes, so not a big deal. If we lose you guys, stick around. I will try to get back. But get into those hollers, it's there's no telling. So let's go. 21 minutes.
Head north toward South Wilcox Drive.
For those that weren't here before, we're going out. There is a flag. We say the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right.
In 600 feet, turn left onto South Wilcox Drive.
I tell you, this phone is a bossy phone. I need a new girlfriend. I don't like my girlfriend. She won't stay charged, and she's giving me a headache. There we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got going on. So now we kind of see East End Chemical Company. I'm going to try to get to Lighthouse Road, okay? We're going to try to make it to Lighthouse Road without losing reception. But just know that there is the possibility that we will lose reception going into this thing. If we start losing reception really bad and I can't get it back, then I will just go ahead and just, I'll do Lightfoot another day. Or actually, I might just go ahead and check it out and then we'll just go live again in the morning or something like that. If we stay good, we'll be good, but we're not going to be on here too much longer. For those that are new coming into the chat, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So that means you go out there and hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you hit that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of our content here on the Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories channel. For those that want to know where we are in Kingsport right now. We are going to try to cross over to Rogersville to Lighthouse Road. We're going to try to do this with the live. It might get a little choppy. Everybody needs to be prepared for it to be choppy. Rogersville is not internet friendly. I will tell you that right now. Not internet friendly right at all. We know why we got good internet here in Kingsport, because we got this huge power plant, this whole chemical plant called Eastman Chemical Plant that has to have good internet. So that plant right there supplied this community with some good Wi-Fi that it probably wouldn't have gotten otherwise. It would have probably been another Rogersville had it not been for that chemical company. I tell you what, that chemical company looks like it brings a lot of jobs and a lot of revenue here. I bet you, I can almost guarantee that is the largest company. And I'm pretty sure I did some research about that, and I do think that is the largest employer of this area. Miss Olivia was supposed to be in around 1, but she wasn't. She might be in now, but I've been on this thing on my main phone, so it's on a do not disturb. So anybody that had been calling would have went straight to voicemail. So I'm probably gonna have to get off here soon. I probably need to go meet Olivia. She's probably been blowing up my phone, and I didn't know. If anybody has Olivia's info, write her and tell her I'm on my live, and as soon as I'm done with my live, I will be sure to call her. We got about another 16 minutes.
Right toward Tennessee 93 South, then slide right onto Tennessee 93 South.
Trips like this are courtesy of our channel members and subscribers.
Right onto Tennessee 93
so
South.
For all of those that have donated for this particular trip, I just wanted to tell you thank you. For those in the chat, You guys should please say thank you to all the channel members and subscribers that made this trip possible. Because again, if you guys know, I wouldn't be able to do it without each and every one of you. So thank you. And we get a good view, different content. We get to see the stuff for ourselves. We get to make our own determinations of what information what it means to each and every one of us based on what we see. But I will tell you, if we can go to Lighthouse, if this works and we can get we have internet to Lighthouse, I don't know, I might try to make it on over for you guys to see. We are in the backwoods of Tennessee, so be prepared. We're going to have this thing drop a few times before we get to where we need to get. We just pray to God we got enough reception to see what we need to see. For those that are just joining in, what are we doing? We are in Kingsport, Tennessee. We are just advocating and bringing attention to the Summer Wells case, reminding people about Summer Wells, reminding people Summer Wells went missing on June 15th, 2021 when she was 5 years old. Her birthday's in a few days. And we're here to make sure that the world still knows we have a missing baby out here in Tennessee. And she needs to be found. We need to find out what happened to her, and whoever was responsible, no matter what the outcome, they need to be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. Right now, we're just traveling, going from place to place to see if there is a possibility that we can possibly either garner some information by what we see, or maybe locate some valuable information. You never know. I can tell you, you're never going to find a darn thing until you start looking for it. People want to say, how do we find this? How do we find that? You know how we stumble across things? Because we actually look. That's how you do it. You're never going to find something without looking for it. Okay, guys, it's going to start getting choppy. We're past the Dollar General. This is where the internet starts getting really wonky, okay? And it's not even here. It's when we start getting in these backwoods. So we've got about, once I turn here, we're gonna be okay. We're probably gonna be hit and miss. And then I expect to go down for a significant, I'm just gonna forewarn you guys, so you guys are prepared. I expect us to go down for at least a few minutes, solid minutes. If I say like 5 minutes, that wouldn't be uncommon for what I expect out here. But just stay with me until I get back on. If I can't get back on with a half hour after this thing shuts down, it will kill the live automatically. So if the live is killed while we're out here, it's done for the night. If we manage to make it, we make it. Okay, that's gonna be how we deal with what we're about to deal with. Right now, we're going to Lighthouse Road. There's some woods that somebody has indicated in our chat that they would like to see. So we're gonna go on out there and see what we can do. See if we can find or give you guys at least some type of perspective. And as you see these roads are not easy to navigate at 35 miles an hour, okay? Now, this is not the direction Don Wells was coming in by any stretch of the imagination. And this is not hanging off a cliff either. This is, fairly low-level roads, and the turns and the ups and downs are hard to navigate at 35 miles an hour, let alone, him saying he was driving like a, bat out of HE double hockey sticks, right? it's hard to navigate, and there's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of winds. And for Don Wells's trip, he had actual there was no embankment off the sides of some of the roads. It was just straight down. I don't see how he could take turns at this rate of speed he was stating he was taking these turns at, when it's difficult. Even on these back roads that aren't too dangerous, it's hard to navigate these at 35 miles an hour because of all the twists and turns and ups and downs and down and ups, and you can't see around corners and all kinds of stuff. All right, so far we're still doing good on the Wi-Fi. Let me just check the bars. We've got 5 bars where we're at right now. 5 bars. I don't know how. So far we're doing good, and we're back further than I thought we'd get already. So that's a good thing. But right when we get to Mount Carmel Church, that is the dead zone. If we're still doing good at Mount Carmel Church, we're doing good. I have not used this Wi-Fi box out here ever. I don't think I have. I can't recall. I can't recall. I'm delusional at this point. I'm so freaking tired. Look at all those old buildings. I don't know. There's just something about a falling apart building that just, it's like, even with the, when I went out there to the hurricanes, to Fort Myers Beach, and we saw all those massive ships tangled, got like 1 bar, 2 bars. This is where it's going to start getting really choppy for us, folks. So we're going to be in and out of service through this ride. So just bear with me. We're going to have to make it through. But that's the situation. I'm down to 2 bars. I'm trying to keep you guys updated so you'll know when it drops. So we're getting close to dropping again. Just stick with me. We're in the backwoods of Tennessee now. We're 6 minutes out, guys, so we're ever thought we would make it on a live stream. Right now, I don't know how the quality is coming in on your end. It might be really, really horrible. I might be robotic. I have no earthly idea. Phone back this far at all. We're about to drop again. Yep, actually we just came back up a bar. Interesting. All right, guys, we're still with me. I'm glad you guys, whoever's staying with, are still here. I don't know if you guys can see me or hear me, but I see the chat moving. We have some people here. We still got plenty of bars. We're trying to make it over to Lighthouse, or Lightfoot, or whatever road ICU wanted us to.
Turn left onto Tennessee 347 West.
We're 3 minutes out. We're still doing good on internet. We're dropping. It looks like we might hit a dead zone again, so just stick with me. All right, guys, we're past Mount Carmel. We've got a few bars. We actually have some decent bars on the hot spot. We might make it. We're 2 minutes out, guys. There's the shed that we took a picture of with me and MGL.
Take the next left.
Okay, we might drop back there. It's nice. It obviously didn't make it back where the press conferences were, right there. All the press conferences that we saw the police give were done right here at this church. Oh, this is Solomon's. Solomon's Temple. I kept calling it. I can't remember what a little challenging because we're in the backwoods of Tennessee. So that light road, whatever time that it is nothing but woods, and there's this one path that's almost a dirt path that goes up and around the mountain. That would be a place that I definitely would want to have a search crew. I will tell you that. I went ahead and drove back there as far as Light Hollow Road. That's it, Light Hollow Road. Location, folks. I will not lie to you. That is a promising location. Oh, now it comes back on, and I just went to turn my box back on. That's great. So I don't know what it's going to do here. And every time I talk about Light Hollow Road, it clicks off on me. Light Hollow Road has this dirt path that goes up and around the mountain. It's kind of creepy. I don't know if it goes to a home or not. I didn't drive it. But it does look like there is some type of, I'm telling you, it looks, if she was over in that area. But here's the problem.
Turn right toward Temple Star Road Extension, then turn left onto Temple Star Road Extension.
How can they not know Dawn was home at the time Summer Wells disappeared?
Then turn right onto Temple Star Road Extension.
I need to listen to this. I'm not even paying attention. Oh, I just killed my... There it is. So, 1.2 miles I need to go. Turn. Are you guys still with me? So, what we've done is we went back. ICU wanted us to try to do Light Hollow Road. There's some woods in Light Hollow Road. There's not some woods. The whole freaking Light Hollow Road is a big freaking forest. When I got on the road, I was creeped out a little bit. I won't lie. I'm not going to go on that road alone. I'm by myself right now. I don't know where Olivia is because she was supposed to call me, and then I got on this live and I put my do not disturb on, so I'm sure she's probably been calling me for like literally hours, and I have been in the backwoods of Tennessee not answering my phone. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you all go. I want to thank you all for being with me. I hope you guys got to at least see the lay of the land. Go back and watch the video. Go back and watch the water hole. Listen to my comments. Go back and look at the video of Hunter. Go back and look at the video with both on Chris McDonough's channel, the interview with Hunter and the interview with Candace, and listen to their inconsistencies. Now, I'm sorry, you know, I'm unsure what happened, but I just feel in my gut something had to have happened at that water hole. So I will see you guys soon. God bless you. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, and if you would like to help out with these types of trips, please don't forget to hit up my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. And if you'd like to tip your entertainer, you can do that by giving a super thanks. God bless each and every one of you. Be safe. Until next time, we'll see you soon.